There comes a moment in every man's life that defines who he will truly become. A moment of absolute truth. And that moment is coming for you. Perhaps it's already here and you're pretending not to see it. There comes a time when you must face the mirror and admit a truth that stings your chest, that bruises your ego, but must be spoken. The boy you were no longer serves the path you need to walk. The world out there won't ease your pain. It won't wait for you to mature on your own time. It won't hold your hand like your mother did when you were 5. The world is brutal, unforgiving, and doesn't pardon weakness. You either toughen up or break. That's the law. That's the raw, unfiltered reality. And you know this. Deep down, you've always known. But you've chosen to stay in your comfort zone, in the fantasy that things will magically work out, that someone will show up to solve your problems. Wake up. No one's coming. It's just you. Part 1. The fundamental difference. Let me explain the fundamental difference between the boy and the man inside you. Because this difference will determine whether you'll spend your life as an eternal teenager or finally claim your place in the world. The boy craves comfort. He wants the warm bed in the morning, avoids conflict, and desires everything to be easy and effortless. The man seeks purpose. He understands that discomfort is the price of greatness, that pain is temporary, but regret is eternal. The boy flees from effort. He looks for shortcuts, tricks, magic formulas. He wants results without work, success without sacrifice. The man embraces sacrifice like an old friend. He knows every great outcome comes with a high cost, and he's willing to pay it. The boy complains. He complains about the weather, circumstances, people, the government, family, friends. There's always someone to blame for his failures. The man takes responsibility. He understands he's the only one accountable for his results, his feelings, his life. But here's the truth no one tells you. This transition doesn't magically happen when you turn 18, 21, or 25. It's not about chronological age. It's about decision. It's about a conscious daily choice. I know 40-year-old boys who still complain, blame the world, and wait for someone to fix their lives. And I know 20-year-old men who are already true men, taking on responsibilities, building legacies, leading families. The difference isn't in your ID card. It's in your stance toward life. Part 2. Birth in Chaos. Do you want to know when the man is truly born? It's in chaos. It's when life knocks you down so hard you taste blood in your mouth. It's when everything you thought you knew crumbles. It's when you lose your job, when the relationship ends, when the bills don't add up, when illness strikes. In that moment, you have 2 choices. Cry like a child or rise with clenched fists and gritted teeth, ready for the next blow. Steel is forged in fire. Diamonds are born under pressure. The man emerges in chaos. Most people run from pain. They do everything to avoid discomfort, pressure, difficulty. But here's a secret. Pain isn't the enemy. Pain is the forge. Every scar is proof you walked through hell and came out standing. Every lost battle is a lesson learned. Every fall is a chance to rise stronger. There's a point in life where acting like a boy drags you to the bottom. Continuing to play the victim, dodging pain, pointing fingers only weakens you. It's like swimming against the current. You waste all your energy fighting something inevitable. Life will test you. It will break you. It will humiliate you. It will show you you're not special, that you don't deserve anything just for existing. And when that happens, you'll discover what you're really made of. The boy breaks. He crumbles at the first real challenge. He runs home crying. He gives up at the first no. The man uses pain as fuel. He knows every no is a step toward the ultimate yes. He understands that external resistance is directly proportional to the size of his dream. Part 3. The Inner War. No one will carry you. That's the harshest truth you need to accept. No one's coming to save you. Your parents can't solve your problems anymore. Your friends have their own battles. The government won't change your life. The world owes you nothing. It's you against you. You against your fears, your insecurities, your laziness, your tendency to give up when things get tough. It's you against the weaker version of yourself that wants to sleep in, eat junk, binge Netflix, and complain about life. The real battle isn't out there. It's in your head. It's between the man you could be and the boy you insist on remaining. And that battle needs a definitive winner. You know your weaknesses better than anyone. You know where you hide when things get tough. You know your favorite excuses, your escape mechanisms, your justifications for mediocrity. Stop negotiating with weakness. Stop making deals with the inferior version of yourself. I'll rest today. Start tomorrow. I'll change on Monday. When I have more money. When I feel more ready. Enough. Those are the words of the boy trying to stay in control. The man acts despite fear. The man works even without motivation. The man persists even when results aren't immediate. Because he understands one fundamental truth. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to do it. Part 4. Symptoms of the adult boy. Let me show you how to spot if you're still a boy living in an adult's body. Pay attention because you might recognize yourself here, and recognizing it is the first step to change. You're 25, 30, 35 years old, and still living with your parents. Not out of real necessity, not because you're helping them, but for pure comfort. Because it's easier. Because someone still does your laundry, cooks your food, pays your bills. You keep saying you'll start that project, that channel, that company, that course. You've been talking about it for years. But you spend more time watching series, playing video games, scrolling social media than actually doing anything. You say you want to change your life, but you wake up every day after 10 a.m., you eat like a rebellious teenager, soda for breakfast, fast food for lunch, pizza at midnight. Then you spend the rest of the day complaining you have no energy, you're tired, you can't focus. You swear you'll work out, but every rain becomes an excuse. Every bit of fatigue is a reason to skip. Every sore muscle is a justification for a week off. You want an athlete's body with a couch potato's habits. You shout to everyone that you have potential, that you're different, that you just need a chance. But when the opportunity comes, you find 1,000 reasons not to take it. Too much work, too risky, too much effort, too early, too far. Is this the life of a grown man? Is this the posture of a leader? Is this the behavior of someone who truly wants to win at life? No. This is the reflection of a lost boy in an adult body, waiting for the world to bend to his whims. And the worst part? You know you're capable of more. You know you have the ability, intelligence, potential. But you're wasting it all on laziness, fear, and complacency. And one day, you'll wake up at 50 and ask yourself, where did I go wrong? How did I waste so much time? Part 5. The Price of Mediocrity. Do you think doing nothing has no consequences? Do you think you can spend your life procrastinating, hiding behind excuses without paying a price? You're mistaken. Mediocrity has a steep price, and it's not charged later. It's charged every day. Every day you choose ease over growth, comfort over challenge, you're paying that price. You pay with lost self-respect. You pay by looking in the mirror and not being proud of what you see. You pay with the constant feeling that you're wasting your life, that you're being less than you could be. You pay with empty relationships. Because who wants to stay with someone who has no ambition, no purpose, who isn't building anything? You pay with the loneliness of someone who isn't admired, respected, or seen as a reference. You pay with anxiety and depression. Because when you're not living up to your potential, when you're not fulfilling your mission, your own subconscious rebels, your mind knows you're lying to yourself. And time? You never get time back. Every wasted day is one less day to build what matters. Every missed opportunity is a door closed forever. Every year spent in mediocrity is a year you'll never recover. The world doesn't stop to wait for you to mature. While you're wasting time distracting yourself, another guy is waking up earlier, training harder, studying deeper, building more consistently. And one day, he'll surpass you. Not by luck, not by connections, but by merit. By choice. By discipline. Part 6. Radical Transformation. Now comes the million-dollar question. How do you make this transformation? How do you kill the boy for good and let the man be born? Because it's not enough to just listen to motivational speeches. It's not enough to just get emotional. You need practical, consistent, immediate action. First, cut everything that weakens you. And you know exactly what that is. Those friends who only complain about life, badmouth those who are winning, convince you to give up on your dreams. Those activities that addict you and add nothing, mindless social media, games that don't develop you, entertainment that only dumbs you down. Second, establish non-negotiables, things you'll do every single day, no matter what. Wake up early, train, study, work on your project, take care of your diet. These are the pillars that will sustain your transformation. Without solid pillars, everything collapses at the first challenge. Third, stop seeking external motivation. Motivation is weak, inconsistent, and vanishes at the first problem. What you need is discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't want to do it. It's waking up early even when tired. It's training even when lazy. It's working even without desire. Fourth, take full responsibility for your life. Stop blaming the government, the economy, your family, friends, boss, society. You are 100% responsible for your results. If your life isn't what you want, the fault is yours and yours alone. But that's liberating because it means you have the power to change it. Fifth, start doing what no one else wants to do. Want to stand out? Do what most people won't. Wake up at 5 a.m., train every day, read books instead of watching TV, invest in yourself instead of spending on trivialities, work on weekends, study while others are having fun. Part 7. Discipline as a lifestyle. The difference between a loser and a leader isn't natural talent. It's not luck. It's not social background. The difference lies in one word: discipline. Discipline is waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. It's sticking to your diet even when your friends are eating pizza. It's training even when it's raining. It's studying even when you're tired. It's working on your project even when you don't see immediate results. Most people think discipline is sacrifice. They see it as deprivation, as suffering. But the truth is the opposite. Discipline is freedom. It's the freedom to have the body you want, the career you dream of, the respect you deserve, the life you imagine. When you develop real discipline, you no longer need constant motivation. You don't need to wait for the urge to act. You just act. Like a robot programmed for success. Like a results machine. And here's a secret few understand. Discipline breeds more discipline. Every small victory over yourself gives you strength for the next battle. Every day you keep your commitments. You strengthen your identity as someone reliable, consistent, unstoppable. But beware, discipline without purpose is masochism. You need to know exactly where you're going. You need a clear vision of the man you want to become, the life you want to build, the legacy you want to leave. Part 8, the true man. Being a true man isn't about shouting louder to impose your voice. It's not about having more muscles to intimidate others. It's not about being more aggressive to show strength. Those are traits of an insecure boy trying to seem like a man. The true man is quiet in his strength. He doesn't need to prove anything because his results speak for him. He doesn't shout because his presence already commands respect. He doesn't need to intimidate because his competence is intimidating enough. Being a man is about taking full responsibility, even when everything weighs on your shoulders, even when no one acknowledges your effort, even when it feels like you can't bear it. It's about being the pillar that holds up when everything around you is crumbling. It's about rising before the sun and doing exactly what you said you would. Not 80%, not good enough, but exactly what you promised. Your word is your honor, and a man of honor doesn't negotiate with commitments. It's about hearing a no and continuing. It's about losing and continuing. It's about failing spectacularly, being humiliated publicly, and still continuing. Because you understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is part of the process of success. It's about protecting those you love, even when it means sacrificing your own comfort. It's about building something bigger than yourself, something that will endure even after you're gone. It's about being remembered not for what you said, but for what you did. The true man doesn't compete with other men, he competes with himself. He doesn't try to tear others down to rise. He rises through his own merit. He doesn't fear the greatness of others because he knows success isn't a zero-sum game. Part 9. The final call. Now we've reached the end of this journey, and you have a choice to make. A choice that will define not just the next months or years, but the rest of your life. A choice that will determine whether you'll die as the man you could have been or as the man you truly were. You can close this video and continue exactly as you were. You can get emotional for a few minutes, share it on social media, tell your friends how inspiring it was, and then go back to your usual life, sleeping in, complaining about problems, procrastinating on dreams, waiting for someone to change your life. Or you can accept the call. You can look in the mirror and declare war on the boy still living inside you. You can decide that today is the day everything changes. That today you stop being a spectator in your own life and take the starring role. But understand this, it won't be easy, it won't be quick, it won't be painless. The boy will fight to survive. Every day he'll whisper in your ear that you can rest a little longer, start tomorrow, that you don't need to be so hard on yourself. And every day you'll have to choose to silence that voice with action, with discipline, with results. Because that's the fundamental difference. The boy talks, the man does. Time is passing. Every second you hesitate is one less second to build what matters. The world doesn't bend for those with potential. It bends for those who deliver results, for those who honor commitments, for those who pay the price without complaining. Do you want to live a life worth remembering, or be just another person who passed through this earth without leaving a trace? Do you want to be the guy who inspires respect, or the one who elicits pity? Do you want to build a legacy or just take up space? The choice is yours. But whatever you decide, own the consequences like a man. If you choose to stay small, don't complain when life treats you as small. If you choose mediocrity, don't complain when you're forgotten. But if you choose to grow, to fight, to pay the price for greatness, then prepare for a journey that will transform you completely. Prepare to discover strengths you didn't know you had. Prepare to become the man you always knew you could be. The boy dies today. The man is born now. All in. No half measures. No excuses. No turning back. The choice is yours. The moment is now. What are you going to do with it?